Hey teacups, I hope you guys can hear me because I am using my little Bluetooth microphone set that I got from Amazon. This is not an ad. This is not sponsored. I'm just saying. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the video, ReesaTeesa video that I did yesterday because today was kind of boring. Y'all don't want to hear about it. I didn't really do anything exciting. So I figured that I would do a follow-up reaction on the ReesaTeesa video and some of the latest news that I heard and I watched on TikTok earlier today. So I dropped the video yesterday concerning ReesaTeesa and the whole thing, because a lot of people are like, who's ReesaTeesa? I've not heard of it. Okay, well, ReesaTeesa put out a series on TikTok, right? And what it is her marriage. So she had a relationship with this guy, but she was only married for 6 months to this guy. And the stuff that happened leading up to the wedding and, during the course of the relationship was crazy. So in a nutshell, ReesaTeesa, married someone who she felt like was a narcissist and a pathological liar. And it turns out her ex-husband actually has mental disturbances, I guess, if that's okay to say on YouTube. Um, he's not well. He's not well. And I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like a lot of people are either unaware of that or they're overlooking it. But when someone has a chemical imbalance or they have mental, I don't want to say disabilities, but like issues, you know, you don't expect them to be normal or act normal. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that makes sense. Regardless of if it's ReesaTeesa's, series or whatever. It could be anybody. It could be me. It could be you. When you marry someone who's mentally unstable in such a way where they need to be on medication and they're not on medication because they won't take their medication, and then they start acting out of character and they start doing all kinds of crazy things, that's an issue. That's a problem, right? And so, for the duration of their entire relationship, this man was not taking his medication. She didn't even know he was supposed to be on it. So, this is the person she knows him to be, period, right? Let me fix my ring light. Is that better? Get my freaking hair. Anyway, let me move on. The I didn't watch all 50. I got like a synopsis. A lot of the things that she was saying about her experience was very familiar. If you've ever been in a bad relationship or an abusive relationship where it was either physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional, or all four, then you know an abusive relationship when you're in it. Today, she was doing a talk show on another network, and she said that God sent her every red flag in the book, and she chose him over the red flags. It was like, this guy is lying. He's lying. He's not telling you the truth. There was lies about, I'm gonna get, we're gonna have a house by the time the baby is born. The baby didn't survive the pregnancy, and she's thankful for that. She's saddened that her child didn't live, but on the flip side of it, she's glad she doesn't have a child with him. After finding out all of this stuff about him, I am glad that they don't have that type of life tie for the rest of their life. Because she would have to deal with an unstable man that may or may not take his medication. And how can you trust somebody like that with your kid because they didn't provide for you in the ways that you needed? Okay, she had her own home. She was working, taking care of her own responsibilities, and he stepped in and all of a sudden he's taking care of everything, and he's lying about his financial status. Recently finds out that he may have forged his financial documents at a certain bank, and he released it to the public. Even if he forged the documents stated that he was in a negative balance anyway and never had as much money as he claimed. So it only proved that he may or may not have a bank account, but certainly the money that was in the bank account was literally, at the most on that statement, was like 300. So there was no thousands of dollars. He wasn't a millionaire or anything of that nature. He does have a twin brother. The twin brother spoke out and talked about him needing medication and his mental status. And um, I don't know. I don't know the reason why he doesn't communicate with his family, except for maybe if he's on his medication, he is, in a better state of mind or whatever. I don't know if it's because of his, mental status, or if they have some, emotional breakdown. I have no idea, but he does not communicate with his family. Um, like I said yesterday, the ex-wife comes forward, her son comes forward. They believe ReesaTeesa because they went through similar circumstances with this man. Um, a lot of people have opinions about even his appearance. He considers himself, a pretty boy, and a lot of people, especially women, are like, no, no, we've seen you. You came out. He's done a radio interview. Um, no. Now there are some people that are on his side. There are some people that think that ReesaTeesa is lying. But after viewing her interview today, and I don't know if it was either the Today Show or Tamron Hall, it was one of those. Um, and her statements saying that she's not a stupid woman, and her accolades show that that she's a homeowner, that she's you know um doing her thing by herself. She was totally single, you know what I'm saying? Had never been married before, doesn't have any kid. Like, she's stable, and she's very articulate. She's just, down to earth. She's cool. She has other videos. And if you follow her on TikTok, you're like, she's relatable. She's somebody that I could, hang with or chill with or whatever. And she does have a lot of support, but there are some people who are supporting, aka Legion, because he's saying that he was a victim. Now, his side, allegedly, he's saying that she cheated. And he had this guy who sounded a lot like him on the phone. And it was a strange conversation. He kept over talking the person on the phone that supposedly had been with his now ex-wife, ReesaTeesa. And it just would, I don't know what it was. I was like, did you record yourself and play yourself back? Like, I don't know what it was, but it was the weirdest thing. And it's like every time he gets on the camera or gets on his account to speak about this, it's really strange. So now pictures have surfaced of them together side by side as a couple, and I'm sure he released those because we didn't know what he looked like. Like, she didn't release his real name. She didn't release any photos of them. These are all coming out now. And to where she allegedly may be getting sued. I don't know if it's by him, but we know it's not by his exes. We know it's not by, his ex's, son or anything. Who knows? Legion may be the one out to sue ReesaTeesa because he doesn't like the way she has spinned this story. For me, because it was so relatable And again, I've been in abusive relationships. I've been in a relationship where I felt like the gentleman needed counseling or therapy because of things he had been introduced to in the past, traumatizing stuff that, is not laughable. It's nothing to play with. And I felt like, and this is like, a couple. I've been married more than once, right? But everybody has issues, everybody has problems, but I only consider maybe one that may have needed mental help. His stability was a little shaky. I feel like, but it could have been that he just wanted his way. Like he was just, spoiled. But definitely was married to a narcissist. So, what she was describing, I totally can relate to because I lived it myself. So, unless she studied up on all of these things and then created this series, she definitely lived this and she knows what she's talking about. And it takes a strong woman to relive this stuff as you're telling this story. When she ended the series, it was with, just a gush of, tears as she described it. Like she was just bawling when she went to the mountain. She got her notice that, the divorce had been finalized. It was just like relief because she was released from, lesion and she could move on with her life. But as we all know, if you go through a bad relationship, guess what? You're going to have to fix and heal all the wounds. And it's going to take, therapy or counseling or, and a whole lot of prayer. For me, a whole lot of Jesus, because I went through anxiety after my divorce. I mean, I was going through stuff that I'd never felt before. And it's, she was married for 6 months to this guy who was married for 3 years. So you can imagine. You can imagine. Um, it was quite different. It was quite rough, but again, I can totally relate, to what she was talking about. Is when you get those divorce papers and you're like, the legal, bond is gone. Like legally, I can do what I want, but you still have, these ties and these bonds and these chains, and you have to, be released from that. You have to, and then I don't know, maybe she was already in a mindset to where, it's over and I'm just waiting for my paperwork. But if that was the case, she wouldn't have sobbed the way she did. So, and I don't know where she is now, mentally or emotionally. Has she gotten over this? Is she, ready to move on? Is she still not, ready to be in a relationship? We don't know. Letting this story out in a 50 part series, which is really not that much because TikTok only allows you 10 minutes per video. It's either going to be a few seconds or, 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So after 10 minutes, this is going to cut you off. So because of that, you have like, 50 videos, but it's not like 50, 30 minute or 50-hour videos. That's, crazy. She could have gotten done with this in one video had it been somewhere like here on YouTube, but no. The only 10 minutes. And so, this is why, you're going to listen to this series. And she said the reason she did it like that is because, she wanted it in an audio book. And, that makes perfect sense. So, I don't know. This could lead to an audio book. It could lead to a paperback book. It could lead to, a movie, or it could lead to, a Netflix series. Who knows? Um, Rumor has it, listen, allegedly, Legion had a deal with Netflix. We all know that that's not true. We all know that Legion didn't really have a deal with Netflix. Netflix said, we don't even know him. We don't even, matter of fact, we don't even know who ReesaTeesa is. Who are these people? So now because of him, they're probably looking into it and they've probably reached out to ReesaTeesa. So if it does end up being a series, a docu-series, he'll probably be in it going, he said that he contacted us, but we didn't even know who he was. Anyway, I think it's sad that I think it's sad, to look at him in his videos, and he really believes what he says. I mean, like, literally, he sat there and made a video, and he was like, I'm taking a break or something, because at first he said, I'm taking a break because I've been on the set filming. He was sitting on a couch or something, and it's really dark, and he was talking about how he was now the video before, I think he said, yes, I've got to deal with Netflix or whatever, and he was standing in front of the Netflix building, and he had got some type of pamphlet or whatever, and he was out there, and it was like, what are you doing, sir? what are you doing? You would go to any length. But then to find out that Netflix didn't even talk to him, and then on top of that, to make a video saying, oh, we just got through filming, and then after that, he said that his workday was over. So it went from I'm on a break to the workday is over. So I think he forgot where he was in the lie, and it was a thing on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, come on over there and follow me. It's fun. Stuff like this doesn't happen often, but a whole lot of stuff happens every day, and the live streams are hilarious. So do come over there and check us out. Also, don't forget to click my link, my Linktree link, because it lets you know everywhere that I am, so that you can keep up with me. Most of my vlogs, my personal life, and my makeup tips, makeup product reviews, I should say, are on TikTok. So come hang out with me over there. And if you want to chat with me, the only place that you can chat with me is in my private chat. It is Gilded, and all you have to do is click the link, download the app, and you're in. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I want to go wash this off my face and get ready to relax for the night and all that. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. In the comments, let me know what you think. Have you heard of ReesaTeesa? Have you listened? Are you following? I mean, there's so much going on, with that. I had to let you guys know. So I've got a juicy story coming up for you guys probably tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because if I tell you what it is, you won't come back. So this is a cliffhanger. Do come back tomorrow, because I have a really juicy expose for you guys. You're gonna love it, okay? Tell your wife, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your aunts. Don't tell your kids. Your kids probably already know, but don't tell your kids. But tell somebody to tune in. And I'm gonna start editing this video tonight, so tomorrow it'll be up, and hopefully I get it up by noon. And I'm also going to try to put myself on a schedule, uploading schedule, and a live stream schedule for TikTok. Pray for me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you so much, teacups. Thanks for all of your love and support, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.